He was on the bench in the game against Galatasaray. Unfortunately, he couldn't play that game. Of course, Arsenal has really classy centre-backs that will make it difficult for him to get his chance. But of course, he will get his chance someday. But the commitment itself is really impressive.
Something Sasha looks like he's extra fired up. He's been with this team before, won silver, Beijing, then went to the Super Eagles and didn't make the kind of impact they wanted to make. Now he has a chance to do it again. Looks like there's an extra push for Sasha to excel with this team.
Yeah, obviously.
And he's ready to give everybody all the chance in the world in the process of building a solid team.
Yes, you need to look at all the players within the age category, to see the one that fits into your plan. I think Sasha has another chance to prove to Nigerians that he's still, that highly rated coach that they used to know. After this disappointment of not getting to the Nations Cup in Gabon and Equatorial Guinea. So I think he's not leaving any stone unturned. He's looking at both the local players and the players in Europe, and I think that's the way to go for him. He needs to get it right this time around. He has been there before, playing at the final of the World Youth Championship at the Beijing Olympics. So when you get there, then you can't settle for less. Like you said, the ultimate goal should be the gold medal. After the All African Games in later this year, then he will start preparing for the Olympic Games. So I think he's doing the right thing. He has to prove himself this time around.
Okay, let's step down from the Olympic team and talk very quickly about the Flying Eagles, who are also getting knocked into shape in Kaduna. We're here that they played a friendly today. They're going to be playing a friendly game tomorrow as well. Those boys are really getting knocked into shape by Manu Garba and his boys after the disappointment of yesterday with the pronouncement that Iheanacho, Nwakali may not be available. And I want to even extend Isaac's success. These guys may not just be available for the Africa Youth Championship. But Manu Garba is going on with his plans.
And that interests me more because it looks like he's not good. Of course, he achieved success as an under-17 coach.
They beat an NNL side, Spotlight of Katsina, today by 3-1.
That is impressive. We expect them to do a lot better in other preparatory games. There is slight pressure on them right now because everyone expects them to do and achieve more at this stage. This is the stage where Nigeria hasn't seen much success in times past, the under-20 level, apart from the Mikel Obi set, which some sort of got so close to winning in 2005 in Netherlands. Looks like this team, led by Manu Garba, is another team to look out for, and the pressure is on them. Everyone is optimistic that they can do it and they will get to the come back as winners this time around. Really hope that can happen. And Manu Garba is not resting also. He's working these guys hard and making sure that they are always in the preparatory mode.
All right, gentlemen, let's pause a little bit. Let me spend a few minutes, like 2 minutes, to read a lot of your comments coming through on Twitter. I want to start with this guy at Toast Danladi. Toast Danladi says, what is happening with Keshi's appointment? Is he still in contention? In contention for what? According to the Nigerian Football Federation, Keshi's contract will be renewed. So I think it's just a matter of time for that to be sorted out, and Keshi will be able to continue as Eagles coach. That's coming from G Money Music at Toast Danladi. Olanusi Timitokwe also seems to be interested in the Super Eagles. He says, who is the present Nigeria Super Eagles coach? As far as we know, Keshi's contract is being discussed, and the NFF have assured that his contract will be renewed. So I think that would answer the question. And he says the earlier we sort it out, the better. I agree with you. Yeah. The earlier we sort this out, the better. Nneke, Joseph Ejike at Nneke Ejike says, why is our under-23 team still tagged Dream Team after every competition? I thought we've woken from the slumber. Why are we still calling them Dream Team?
Because it's a new set of players every time.
No, I think he's making a mistake. I think what he's trying to portray is dreaming.
The dream is not the dream.
Not dreaming.
The dream is different from sleeping and dreaming. The dream is something that, an ideal,
something that the future,
something that you think will be an outstanding team.
Yeah. That's perfect team.
Perfect team. Yeah. You know? So we can still talk about this team because these boys...
We're not dreaming.
We're not dreaming. We're looking into the future. We're anticipating a perfect team for the future. All right, we'll come back to some of your tweets as we go on, but my director says we need to go on a quick break now. When we go on this break, Dunodio Konta will be joining us. He will be telling us exactly how teams are beginning to get ready for the new season on the domestic scene, the Globe Premier League. How are these teams getting ready? We'll be talking about Nasarawa United, Heartland of Owerri, Habia Warriors. So join us after this timeout. All right, some highlights from the Asian Cup. Saudi Arabia trouncing their opponents by 4-1, and I think they are through to the next round of the Asian Cup. It's one beautiful tournament. Just sit back and enjoy some of those games and enjoy a lot of goals scored at the Asian Cup. All right, Doom Nadio Konta has joined us now. Doom, good to have you on Sports Tonight. Our eyes on the Globe Premier League to tell us how teams are getting ready. But before we come local, let's go international. Let me read this tweet. It's coming from Modestus Ogbona Ovi at Modestus Ovia. He's sending in this one from Oklahoma in the United States of America. And he says, Dominic Solanke scored a hat-trick yesterday for Chelsea youth team. We should also look at making someone like that identify with Nigeria. Well, guys, we can't get all of them,
No, we
really.
can't get all of them.
But the amount we can get, the better. The more...
No, for me, in my opinion, I think we should catch them young. Not when they are in their mid-30s. You want them to come and play for Nigeria after trying to play for another country. But at the same time, the players must be ready, like Iwobi has demonstrated, to play for Nigeria. Playing for the national team should come from the heart. If they discuss with them and their body language shows that they're not interested, then they should leave them. I think if trying to put pressure on them shows disrespect for the players who are already doing it for our team.
Oh, I agree with you.
If they're
Absolutely.
ready, if they want to play, fine. If they don't want
Come
to
and
play,
fight with the best that we have here.
Yeah.
And if you are better, you get a chance. Ilyasu Abdullahi says, I would like to know what the fate of MM Edward is. What his fate will be with the Super Eagles. I think the NFF have ruled that they can rejoin the Super Eagles. So whenever the Eagles are back for any assignments and the coaches want to call MM Edward, they are free to call him. But the news coming through is that MM Edward has resumed training with Esperance. So it looks like that issue may have been resolved in favor of Esperance. But once we get a perfect picture, we'll let you know. Sports issues at sports_issues are very good for Kelvin Omwejine, sports lawyer. Yeah. Says it will be interesting to see the under-20, the under-23 team feature in the preseason tournament, the Globe Premier League preseason tournament, alongside our CAF representatives. All right, so that's what it says. Okay, a lot of people asking questions. Our very good friend Bidini Chalato from Italy says, give us updates on Amunike and his boys. We talked about Amunike and his boys yesterday. They are getting ready for Niger, and they are in good shape. And we can assure you that they are going to go there and do the nation proud. So, Dumnodi, let's come home quickly. Nasarawa United, in the news today, what's going on? I know they've lost Tony Ejomariegwe. They've lost him to Pillars. And
Chan Star.
And the young Abdullahi, the striker who scored the 4th goal against Morocco in Chan,
yes,
has also gone to Pillars.
He got to Pillars.
So they're selling.
They lost this season.
They're a selling club.
Not selling completely. They retain 21, drop 10. They say they want to sign 12 players.
Okay.
But they know the 12 players are going to be strategic because they have identified problem areas in the defense, in the midfield, in the attack, especially a goal scorer. So they need that to fill up the space left by Tony and